Am I gonna have to actually whale out on this 10x? Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Wake up. It is Thursday, June 17th. Well, I should be saying that to myself. I'm running about 90 minutes behind this morning on getting today's video out and covering the news. It's been a crazy morning. I am moving coming up soon, next week actually, so there's a lot of moving parts going on in my life right now, lining things up. Had sports leagues last night, so yeah, running behind on things this morning, but I'm up and running. Time to get a video out, and then we'll be over on live stream. So, okay. First of all, we've got a crazy 10x going on. We'll dive into that, but I do want to talk about, really quickly to remind you, the spider tournament going on right now for the next few days is going to be a bonus to the Shadowkin accessories. So obviously we are getting closer to the Shadowkin dropping and adding them to Faction Wars to be the requirement to get Lydia. And you can see up here towards the top left, there'll be a timer countdown, and then it says Shadowkin accessories. So if you need to scoop up a bunch of accessories for Shadowkin, now is probably going to be your best time to do so. This may be the last time we ever see a certain faction, not a certain faction, maybe the last time we ever see Shadowkin being the faction that is featured in this for like 2 or 3 years to come. You never know. So if you've got the energy to do so, you definitely want to be focusing on at least scooping up a few Shadowkin accessories to prepare for when you start building those Faction Wars teams. And obviously, we've got to talk about the 10x / summoning event going on for this weekend. Every weekend, there is a summoning event. If you're new to Raid, it typically goes by a 2x and then a 10x rotation. So you'll get like 2x Ancients one weekend. Then the next weekend, you'll get a 10x event with like 8 featured champions in it, where they have a higher likelihood to drop when you summon epics and legendaries, but the rates are not boosted on the shards. It usually goes in a rotation where every other weekend you get those events on that 1-2 rotation. But we're getting a special event, kind of similar to the Countess Licks one they did a little bit ago. That one was with Ancient Shards. Now Plarium's going to be trying it out with Sacred Shards, where we can work towards a guaranteed champion. And that champion is going to be Helior. Now, Helior is absolutely awesome. Love this guy. The aesthetics are incredible. That shield, look at the pulsing light of the sun and like the rays coming out the edges there with the burning eyes, and I mean, just an amazing aesthetic champion. Matches the theme, the whole sun theme going on here. Amazing helm, like so cool of a champion. So definitely aesthetically home run as always for Plarium. If you want a quick refresher course on my feelings about this guy, the A1 is going to be attack one enemy, increases champion's defense by 5% if critical, and he does have a massive base defense of 1542. Will also heal this champion by 75% of their defense after attacking if the defense has already been increased that maximum. So you're going to kind of slowly get more and more value the more this champion is in a fight, and that ability keeps scaling. The A1 is going to get better and better. Then for the A2, we've got an AoE that can book to a 3-turn cooldown, and we're going to place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to the damage inflicted. So similar to like Miscreated Monster, Sir Nicholas, able to place massive shields in a spider context. You've got all those spiderlings out there. You deal damage to a bunch of them by getting crit hits, maybe like ignoring some defense, and you go ahead and slap massive shields on your whole team to sit there and tank the spider. So a pretty cool ability coming here to the game with the mass AoE and the shielding of all allies. Then the A3 is going to be transfer all debuffs. And this ability has something I really like that is new to Raid. It's a new mechanic. Transfer all debuffs from all allies, so it's going to be kind of a cleanse, to a target enemy. So you can target that. It's not random. Then attacks that enemy with the A1 skill that we talked about, which will help snowball to get to that maximum effect a little bit faster, because it'll happen on the A3 as well. We could book this to a 3-turn cooldown. But this is the part I love. Convert this champion's resistance into additional accuracy while using this skill. This skill is the only time he needs accuracy. The A1 doesn't do any debuffing or turn meter manip or anything. The A2 doesn't do any debuffing or turn meter manip. The A3 is the only time we need accuracy. So what this allows us to do is build him as a high resistance champion, and then he'll convert his resistance into accuracy when he needs it. That is super cool. It's a mechanic that I have not seen on a champion before, and we're going to be going having a high resistance champion able to call on that accuracy when we need it. So Helior definitely has some fun things going on. And he also has a passive. Whenever an ally that has 2 or more debuffs is attacked, this champion will absorb 30% of the damage inflicted. So able to kind of be a more defensive style, tag team arena, something like that. Or you've got a bunch of poisons placed on you by a boss in the Doom Tower, and then allies get hit. Helior is going to be able to be built super sturdy and absorb a lot of that damage to keep people alive. And then the aura of increase ally resist in all battles by 60. I love it. I love it when it's all battles because you get a lot more value out of it. And it kind of matches this theme of being a high resistance type champion because even though he does have an ability that takes accuracy, remember, we're going to convert our resistance to do so. So he's definitely going to be someone you stack resistance on as ally pairs perfect, or his aura pairs perfectly with the kit. So yeah, that's going to be exciting, and remember, that's not live right now, so don't go yanking shards to pull for Helior. We'll probably get some sort of progress bar in-game like we did with Countess Licks. Don't start going crazy as of seeing this video. You're going to want to wait until this actually launches. There'll probably be some sort of aesthetic on the portal, and you'll get some sort of indicator of your progress pulling for Helior, and I think it's going to be worth it. If you've got the Sacreds, Helior definitely an amazing champion to get when he's guaranteed after 15 Sacreds. And let me slide myself over here, and remember, so this will be starting like tomorrow. It says Friday, so it should be launching, depending on where you live, should be launching tomorrow. There's probably a countdown in game we'll get to when we talk about the events going on. There's probably like a pseudo countdown of when this will launch, but this is the reason why I manage my resources the way I do. A lot of people are critical of me, like, dude, what are you doing? It's 2x Sacreds. Yank your Sacreds. You're not going to get better than this. They're boosted 2x. This is why I'm diligent about being disciplined and holding on to resources. I didn't buy these Sacreds, by the way. This is just over the course of playing Raid for 2 years, doing events, doing clan boss, and being disciplined with when I pull my Sacreds. I'm able to stay somewhere between like 25 and 40 Sacreds typically, just by being diligent about how I spend them and making sure I get the maxed Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare chest every day and do well in events. I was able to, I haven't bought more than probably 1 or 2 of these Sacreds. I was able to kind of just diligently accumulate these over time, but this is why I save them for things like this. We see now it's going to be easy for me to pull the 15 Sacreds to make sure I get Helior. If I just YOLO'd everything and had 0, now I'd be sitting here like, oh crap, now I'm going to have to look to buy a bunch of offers or something and really make that decision, and Sacreds are usually overpriced. So even if you're new to Raid and you don't have Sacreds available to go for Helior, it's just something to think about maybe for the future as to why I manage my resources the way I do instead of just YOLOing every 2x, because you never know when Plarium's going to try new type of events with champions that you really want, or maybe they're going to try banner systems or something. But that is why I try to save resources the way I do instead of just YOLOing every event. But that Helior event is just for Sacreds. They're also going to be doing a simultaneous 10x going on that is going to feature Warlord, Roxum, Biggin, No-Rog, and then the epic's going to be Tuhok, Dyuk, Claude, and Aox. So I want to quickly go through these champions and let you know my thoughts on them since they're going to be featured this weekend in the 10x. So first, Warlord. There's not much to say here. Warlord is god tier, just absolutely amazing. He can decrease the duration of all debuffs, which is cleansing. He can place block debuffs and then shield and then heal. But this ability is just crazy, especially for the arena, attacking all enemies with a 70% chance that you can book up to 100 of placing each target's skills on cooldown and also get some turn meter reduction. Then we've got an ally resist in all battles by 80. So yeah, Warlord would be massively account changing for basically anybody that summons him that doesn't already have him. And even having a dupe of this guy isn't bad. It'll help you out in tag team arena. So yeah, Warlord, definitely the crown jewel of this 10x. And I think when I went for Nekarit and I got bad luck, I think I'm decently close to my mercy system on Void. So I may actually go a little bit hard in the paint here to try to get at least 1 or 2 legendaries during this event and just see if I can wish upon a star and get Warlord, because it would definitely change my account. I don't have any of those S tier PvP Void legendaries, and Warlord is definitely one of them. Then Roxum is a super cool champion aesthetically, by the way. He's a newer champion. He's probably been in the game for about 3 or 4 months. And he's kind of a Veil-themed damage dealer. Yeah, he can Veil himself. He can pair with Veil champions like a Duchess or something and get a lot of value as an AoE damage dealer and can hit pretty hard. So, yeah, he's basically a damage dealer where if you build the right team around him, he can really crank out some deeps is kind of the theme going on with Roxum. Then Biggin. Biggin's amazing. I remember when Ash Raid Shadow Legends, he runs that channel. Back when he was getting into Raid, we did a collab where he was kind of pulling his first shards on his account, and I was letting him know which champions are good, which ones are bad. And he actually got Biggin during his first summoning session, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a great pull for starting your account. He's got so much AoE, so much debuffing, stunning, decreasing accuracy, decreasing speed, insane base stats. It is just a massive account carry and a legendary that I don't have that I wish I did, because Biggin is absolutely incredible as a utility damage dealer. And the last legendary in this 10x is going to be No-Rog. Now, No-Rog can be cool for countering Torment. He's immune to stun, sleep, freeze. And he also decreases all damage that allies receive. So you can build some cool teams themed around No-Rog. You'll see some teams in Tag Team Arena with like Duchess with a passive that lowers damage, No-Rog, Iron Brago. You'll see like just these crazy sturdy defenses that are built to try to scare people from attacking. And then also No-Rog is amazing for faction wars because the Skinwalkers have to deal with those Valkyrie waves, and he can place block buffs for 2 turns, which is incredible for stopping the Valkyries from placing those insane shields and counterattack when you're trying to complete faction wars for Skinwalkers. So No-Rog, definitely a good champion. Now we move into the epics. I'll try to go a little bit quicker to get through the epics here. But Tuak is going to be the Void epic featured. He's all right. He's an above average epic, I think, and pretty decent for faction wars, especially if you manual him. But is he like crazy account changing? Probably not. He's just kind of a decently solid epic. But Diuk the Pierced is definitely a top tier epic, probably a top 10 epic, especially for like early to mid game accounts. Insane. The A1 decreases accuracy, the A2 can be booked to a 3-turn that is going to decrease defense and attack, and a big version of both. So kind of a magic affinity Stag Knight, super incredible. He's also got some provoke, a little bit of CC there. So yeah, Diuk gonna be amazing, mostly because of the A2 here, kind of a magic affinity Stag Knight. And then Claude Beast Feeder. Do not sleep on this guy. This guy is a very underappreciated epic. This ability right here, the A3, can be booked to a 3-turn cooldown, and it's going to be a speed buff for your entire team on a 3-turn cooldown. That's big. That's like your Apothecary, Lysandra type thing, where you've got the 3-turn cooldown, 30% increased speed. That's a big deal. And then also increased accuracy on all allies. That's big for new early to mid-game accounts where you don't have the great bonus from your Great Hall helping out your accuracy. Claude Beastfeeder would be a great champion to get for a lot of accounts out there. And then he's also a shielder on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. So yeah, Claude, definitely a well above average epic, pretty solid. Then Aox is kind of a support in the Lizardmen, poison on the A1, some heals and some debuffing going on, and then a passive that can increase debuffs. So yeah, Aox can be really good for certain clan boss setups and Lizardmen as a support for helping you progress in the faction wars there. So yeah, Aox is definitely a solid epic as well. And remember how I talked about there's probably a countdown in game right here under the events tab. You'll see Summon Rush and then a countdown. This is probably coinciding with when this stuff is going to launch. The Helior Sacreds and the 10x event for these champions. Again, it was Warlord, Roxum, Biggin, No-Rog, Tuak, Diuk, Claude, and Aox in the 10x. And it should be starting about when this countdown finishes under events. But you definitely want to double check and go under your portal. Check for the aesthetic. Click the info tab. See if the champions are boosted down here. Check for the Helior progress bar. You definitely want to double check before you start yanking shards. But when you go under the events tabs, it should be starting pretty close to when this countdown ends to start the Summon Rush. And don't forget, we've also got other stuff going on for the Herndig Fusion, the Artifact Enhancement event. You've got just over a day left on this. You're going to want to at least get to 2625 on that. And then you've also got the Dungeon Divers that ends today. So gonna want to be grinding up that spider or whatever dungeon is best for you to make sure you're getting to 2500 to scoop up the fusion requirements here for Herndig. Then under tournaments, obviously the spider tournament that we've already touched on going on with the Shadowkin accessories. So a good opportunity to scoop up some stuff there before Shadowkin launches live in game. More champion training. There's always champion training for you, for them, for everybody. Champion training all day, every day. But you're going to want to at least get to 37.25 if you're trying to scoop up the Herndon Fusion to stay on pace there. And then we'll be having a classic arena takedown launching tomorrow. Now let's head on into the shop and see if there's anything going on here. We've got 20 for this, and then we're going to get 4 and 2. And we're going to get 3 4-star and 1 5-star, okay, and 32 brews, 2.24, technically right on the edge of something I would recommend. Especially for early game accounts where chicken is much more valuable, I would say this one's okay. And then the pack string, obviously this is for the artifact enhancement event. They're trying to push some silver. If you're curious about the first tier of it, I won't be able to see the rest of it, but I'll plug this in to show you how it starts, and you can usually gauge if it's going to be good or not. But yeah, 1.15, I wouldn't recommend that. The multi-battle pack, here we go. I know you guys love it when they sell the multi-battles. Here we go. We've got $10 and then 12 energy refills, 700 energy. So it's about, yeah, so if 150 multi-battles is worth $2 to you, then technically not that bad of an offer. But remember, this is an overtime offer that's going to come over the course of 3 days, so keep that in mind when you're buying it. A great time to buy the monthly pack. If you're in the market to scoop up the monthly pack, when I plug it in on the calculator, it grades out as a 2.45. I know that because I've plugged it in many times. So if you're in the market to spend money on Raid, now is not a bad time to scoop up the monthly pack. You've got a big 10x coming up with Warlord in it, and then also the Sacred Shards to help you progress towards Helior. But you'll have to weigh that depending on your account and how you're set up to kind of go after that. Mini Mix Pack, Divine Speed, $35 for this only makes sense for super whales that are trying to be competitive in the top like 300 or 400 of the arena. The Warrior Circle Pack, here we go. Here we go. I'm finally hitting the tier for Warrior Circle offers. Now, you might be like, why don't I see Warrior Circle packs? So the way these work, if you haven't spent money for like 25, 30, 35 days or so, if you've been in a lower spending bracket, they'll start throwing Warrior Circle packs at you. And these are typically better offers than normal because they're trying to get you back in the habit of spending. So they'll start throwing you better stuff. So let me plug this in and show you what I'm talking about. 140K. And then energy is going to be 2,000. And then 14 energy refills. Boom. Yeah, see, 3.24. These offers are typically a lot better than what you see normally, but yeah, this isn't like the Dragon Speed Tournament where energy was at a super premium. Right now, I'd probably be prioritizing shards. So even though it's a good offer technically, to be diligent about my spending, I want to wait and see if I get a really good void offer. I've got enough sacreds to go after Helior, which I'm definitely going to do. Let me put this away, by the way. But yeah, I've got enough sacreds to definitely go after Helior, which I will. But I'm going to try and see if I can't get up to like 60 or 70 voids and maybe wish upon a star and just hope that I get Warlord. Because that would be, if I was able to get Warlord and Helior this weekend, that would actually be game-changing for my account. So, probably gonna hold off on spending and see if I can't get a really good void offer during the event that I can then YOLO into Warlord and hopefully get lucky. May try that. We'll see how good the offers are or not, so I'll keep you guys posted. You know, I'll keep them graded. But all right, that's going to do it for this video, getting you caught up on Raid Shadow Legends heading into the weekend. So it should be an exciting time. I'm anticipating a lot of people will be pulling shards to get Helior, and then also people going for Warlord, if I had to guess. So, and then also remember, the Clan vs. Clan has finished, so hopefully you won. Good luck on getting those accessories. And yeah, if you want to come hang out, if you're watching this video right when it goes live, I'll be on stream for a few hours, hanging out, talking about all this stuff, and doing quizzes, playing Raid, and having some fun with you guys. So a link to my stream will be down below in a pinned comment if you want to stop by and say hi. So yeah, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.